No one likes being stuck. Being stuck is a normal thing, and it happens to everybody. We're just graduating, we're trying to transition into the real world, into the real industry, and we sometimes find ourselves stuck in place. Biggest thing I can think about is letting yourself know that you are not stuck. You are just transitioning from one thing to another. All right, let me paint the scene real quick. You just graduated, you're trying to find a job, and you're stuck. Action. But no, seriously, it can feel like you're stuck in tar, just trying to get to your next opportunity, and it seems very far. It doesn't seem fair. Being stuck means you are in a standstill. It is very difficult for you to find the next thing to work on, whether that be a paid gig or even a personal project. Being stuck happens to everybody. That's why they call it writer's block. That's why they call it a creative block. That is the actual epitome of an artist block. It's difficult to get through it, but you can get through it. It is something that everybody can get through. You just need to occupy, do not preoccupy. That is something that my parents have told me forever. And they're right. The way to get past a lull is to occupy within the lull. So story time. This is where the story time aspect comes in. I graduated from college back in 2021, and I was working at a coffee shop, and I was very, very, very done with the customer service scene. I didn't want to serve coffee anymore. I didn't want to serve pastries anymore. I wanted to do work. And not just any work, the work that I went to school for. I have a dream and I want to work toward it. The professors always talked about networking, meeting people, making genuine connections, friendships, and just being there for each other, because you never know who's going to help you get a job. And I learned that pretty early on when I was in school. I used to work in one of the galleries that were on campus, and my boss at the time had a TV show at one of the local news stations. She told me they were looking to fill a assistant director role, and I should go for it. It wouldn't be for a lot of money, but that's fine. I just graduated. I needed the experience. Absolutely. So after working there for a little bit, I started feeling stuck. And it started to weigh on me. It started to weigh on my emotions, my drive, and my work didn't suffer for it, but I suffered for it. It was not fun. So I started applying to different jobs, I started searching, and I found a job that I think I could do. And I ended up landing that job as an editor for a small production company, and it was like the dream job. I'm so excited. That's what I wanted to do. So I applied, got the interview. I think it was like a 4-month waiting period, and then they called me back saying, hey, when do you want to start? It was beautiful. I love that feeling when you're moving forward and you're moving toward progress. It's, oh my god, I don't even know how to explain it. I got settled into that new job and I started working my butt off. I started working hard. I started putting in the hours and started, learning the environment, learning the culture, and I loved it. And it felt like nothing could go wrong. Until things went wrong. A couple of bumps here and there, a couple of weird twists and turns and roadblocks, and I sadly had to leave that dream job. So where does that leave me? Well, I moved back in with my parents, and now I'm trying to figure out what the next step is. This time, after that rush of work and being part of the industry that I went to school for, that I dedicated my life to, now I feel stuck. And it is not fun. So, what do? I redesign myself. I take the time and fix my website. I fix my reel. I start looking and making short-term plans. I'm still looking for jobs. I'm still applying to jobs. This is where the occupy, don't preoccupy comes in. What I mean by that is that don't preoccupy, don't think about what you're going to do if this happens, if this doesn't happen, what do you want to do? You can still think about it, but you don't have to make that the only thing you think about. you're just sitting there and you're just digging yourself into a deeper hole of this eternal, I don't even know what to call it. It's like you're falling into a pit of thought, and that's not, nobody wants to be in there. What do I mean by occupy? Well, if you have a camera and you have a couple of friends, go out there, make something. There's this weird stigma about you need the equipment, you need people. I need industry professionals to even do the things that I want to do. I need backers. I'm like, yes, that's good for a professional, but everyone has to start somewhere. Even if you have an older camera, or maybe you do have a semi-up-to-date camera, or a GoPro, or even your phone, there is something to be said about making something with what you've got. Oh my god, I forget the fucking line. Chase Jarvis once said, the best camera you have is the one you have with you. And that says a lot. There are movies being made on iPhones, GoPros. There are decade-old cameras that are shooting fantastic films out there. Film is endless. The technology is always growing and always ever expanding, but the classics still work. You can still do a lot with a little bit. And I think I can show you. Alright, so what did we learn today? It is really hard to do a shaving scene by yourself while recording. Alright, remember, occupy, don't preoccupy. Alright, we'll see you next time. Bye.